Hi, I'm Linda Matthews, and in this video I'll be showing you how you can make your own printable junk journal pages with vintage style borders and torn edge borders. These printable pages can be made in no time at all using these page border templates. The basic page border templates include a set of 10 and are designed to give your junk journal pages a vintage style border. The torn page border templates include a set of 6 full borders with a background edge and 6 inner borders that you can use to overlay and create different types of effects using blending modes. These templates give a torn paper edge look to your junk journals. The layered torn page borders have several layers of torn papers and include a set of 6 full borders with a background edge and 6 inner borders that you can overlay and use to create effects using blending modes. The template sets are available in 2 sizes, 11 inches by 8.5 inches and 10 inches by 7 inches. The template pages are designed to print on US letter size paper, however you can also use A4 size paper. The templates come in 2 formats, PDF and PNG. The PDF format is easy to print and can be used with your own printed papers or scrapbook papers. Open the PDF template file and select the page that you want to print. In the Print dialog box, make sure the page scaling option is set to Fit to Printable Area or similar wording depending on your software, so that the template prints at the correct size. Insert a sheet of printed paper or scrapbook paper into your printer and then print the template page. The PNG format files can be used in a photo editing program such as Photoshop or Photoshop Elements, which gives you more creative options for designing using digital papers. To get started designing using the PNG format files, open one of the PNG templates in your photo editing program. I'm using Photoshop Elements, however you could also use Photoshop or Photop, which is a free Photoshop alternative, or any other similar type of program. Then add a digital paper and move it to a layer underneath the template layer. To add the digital paper, you can use the menu commands to select, copy and paste, or simply drag the image out of the frame and onto the document. This is the basic border set that will give you a vintage style border effect. You can use these templates with all sorts of different types of papers or patterned overlays to create an unlimited number of junk journal pages. You can even make modifications to change the appearance of the borders using blending modes. To do this, duplicate the template and place the copy on the layer above. Then play around with the blending modes to darken and enhance the border. You can also use the opacity slider to soften and adjust the effect. You can stack different styles one on top of the other and then play around with the blending modes. You can also change the colour of the border by adding a colour adjustment to the border layer. To add a colour adjustment, select the layer, then click the Create a New Fill or Adjustment Layer icon and select Solid Colour. Click OK to close the dialog box, then right-click on the layer and select Create Clipping Mask. Double-click on the adjustment and select the colour that you want to use. Then click OK when you're done. You can use the opacity slider to adjust the opacity and soften the effect. The border sets with torn paper edges work in a similar way. If the border edges hide too much of the background, you can remove some of the inner border using a layer mask. To add a layer mask, select the layer, then click the layer mask icon. Select the brush tool with a soft brush and reduce the opacity to around 50%. Select the colour black, then carefully brush away the inner border until you achieve the desired effect. There are 6 different styles in this set, and the torn paper edge effect is super easy to achieve using these templates. This set also includes PNG files for the inner paper edges, so if you want to change the appearance of the paper edges, you can layer the inner edges on top and use blending modes to achieve the desired effect. The layered torn edge borders work in exactly the same way. The only difference is that these templates have multiple layers of torn paper edges. If you want to copy the layer mask to a different template layer, the easiest way is to hold down the Alt key on your keyboard and drag the mask to the new layer. When you're finished designing, print the page directly from the software or save the file to JPEG format and print it out at a later time. All the PNG templates can also be easily used in Canva. To get started, log into your Canva account. Make a new custom document, size 11 inches by 8.5 inches, or 10 inches by 7 inches, depending on the size of the templates. To upload your PNG template files and digital papers, you can use the Upload Files button and select the files from your desktop, or drag the files out of the folder and drop them onto the Canva editor. First, add the background paper. Click on the one that you want to use, then resize it to fit the document. Then add the template on top and resize to fit. You can add a new page by clicking on the New Page button and quickly create any number of different junk journal pages. Once the pages are completed, you can save them for printing. Click the Share button and then Download. Select File Type PDF Print and make sure to check Flatten PDF. Then click the Download button. Using these templates and techniques, you have endless options for creating unique borders for your printable junk journal pages.